Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were flat, no major data points over the weekend, and European markets were down anywhere from 0.2 to about 0.6%. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, Nikkei is down about 1%, and even Hang Seng is down about 1.3%. And Shanghai is the only market which is showing upward movement. It's up almost about 1.3%. And SGX Nifty suggesting that we are going to open down about 25 odd points after a spectacular move on Friday, where both Nifty and Bank Nifty moved up by more than 1%. And in terms of flows, friends, FI was the net buyers in the cash market on Friday to the tune of about 260 crore. On the future side, they were buyers to the tune of about 452 crore, and domestic institutions were also buyers to the tune of about 70 crore. After a lull in the market for almost about 10 to 12 days, where the participation volumes were on the lower side, there are expectations that you could see an improved activity from the market participants, because a lot of people have come back from holidays. Also, we are going to have earnings season starting off in the next few days. So on that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O clues and ideas that we can have from the F&O desk.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Extended their previous day rally, the benchmark indices witnessed an enthusiastic performance on Friday's trade. As we have seen that Nifty started the session on a positive note and sentiments remained positive for the whole day. Buying was witnessed across the sectors like auto, FMCG, information technology, pharmaceuticals, banking, metal, due to which Nifty skyrocketed and made a fresh intraday high at around 8470 odd levels, and finally ended the session at 8458 levels with a significant gain of more than 1.37%. In this period, we have seen that long positions were built up by market players as open interest increased by 1.55% from 2 crore 17 lakhs to 2 crore 20 lakhs. Approximately 3.37 lakh shares were added in Nifty futures. Also, Nifty futures price increased by approximately 110 rupees. Cost of carry also increased by 7.72%. It is increased from 9.41% to 10.14%. Also, Nifty futures premium increased marginally from 60 points to 63 odd levels. On the options front, PCI has increased by 0.91% from 1.10 to 1.11. But on Friday's trade, we have seen that unwinding activity taking place in options side. As we have seen that call option has shedded around 5 lakh shares in open interest, and put option has shedded around 3 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX was down by 8.18% from 15.03 to 13.80 levels. As we have seen that call option 8,400, 8,500 has shedded its shares in open interest, and that activity was shifted to 8,600 call option and 8,700 call option. On the put option also, we have seen that 8,200, 8,300 has shedded its shares in open interest, and that activity was shifted to 8,400 put option. We have seen that more than 78% shares were added in 8,400 put option. There is no security in bank period today, and on Friday, FIs were net buyers of 770 odd crores in future and options segment. They were net buyers of 453 crore in index futures. They were net buyers of 111 crores in index options. They were net buyers of 199.57 crore in stock futures, and they were net buyers of 9.03 crore in stock options. Our Friday CDM stands at 8350. Lower range for the market would be 8350. As we have seen that 8400 put option has added good number of shares in open interest, so 8350 can be acted as a strong support going forward, and higher range would be 8532, which is our monthly strategic breaking point on higher side. Singapore Nifty is currently down by 28 points, which is at 848 levels. We may see a marginal flattish to negative start in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you through share country market action, starting with trading ideas. Supreme Infra, there is a long call as Ajay Piramal led Piramal Enterprises is betting big on the infrastructure sector, wherein they are going to put in about 5,000 crore in the sector over the next 2 years. And on the back of that, one can go long on Supreme Infra with stop loss of 276 and a target of about 292 to about 300. Ashok Leyland came out with excellent set of numbers. 48% jump in the sales at about 9,290 vehicles. So one can go long there with a stop loss of 51.5 and a target of about 56 to about 58. Vatek Vabag also managed to bag an order of about 220 crore under the Ganga Action Plan project to build and operate a sewage treatment plant, so one can go long there with a stop loss of 1480, target of about 1540 to about 1560. IOC has managed to get the city gas distribution rights, so one can go long there with a stop loss of 330 and a target of about 342 to about 348. And in other news and developments, Bharat Forge has acquired Macnic, which is a French company, for almost about 11.8 million euros. And this acquisition was made through CDP Bharat Forge, listed in Germany. And in a major setback to UB Holdings, the Karnataka High Court on Friday has ordered issuance of public notices on the pleas of 3 foreign firms and a consortium of Indian banks winding up of the company. And Coal India has reported almost about 7.3% growth in the coal production between April and December 2014, which is definitely a big positive for it. And Independent Media Trust, controlled by Reliance Industries, has completed its open offer for Network 18 Group, where the response has been quite low. And for Tata Steel, some relief as Noah Mundi iron ore mine of Tata Steel, which was shut for almost about 3 to 4 years, has started production. And Andhra Pradesh Cabinet has approved a project that is envisaging providing state-of-the-art optical fiber network in the state and internet connection to about 12 million households. So that would be a big positive for companies like Finolex Cables and Sterlite Technologies, which provide the optic fiber. And Eicher is in partnership with Polaris Industries, is looking at building vehicle with a 600cc diesel engine, which would be definitely a positive for Eicher. And in case of Coal India, BJP and some of the trade unions have decided to go for strike. So, a bit of a negative for Coal India here. LIC sells about 2 lakh shares of Axis Bank on 1st of January. Going ahead, news on further dilution of Suti stake could cap upside for the Axis Bank. And Federers Lloyd has got an order of about 107 crore. So watch out for some kind of an action on that particular stock. Ashiana Housing is looking at expanding its regional presence in Chennai, Kolkata and few other places like Pune, etc. They are focusing on the affordable housing segment. And Central Bank of India is in the process of raising about 660 crore through conversion of perpetual non-cumulative preference shares. The government is thinking of asking public sector banks to form a separate holding company through which they will be holding the stakes in the bank as well as through other subsidiaries. And this is going to be a major step towards further reforms, including dilution of the stake of the government, which is definitely a bit of a positive for the PSU banking space. And Tata Chemicals is set to launch about 50 crore nutraceutical manufacturing facility shortly. And SL Propec adds cosmetic tube capabilities in Egypt and China. Here are the list of stocks with positive and negative bias for the day traders. Stocks with positive bias are ITC, ONGC, L&T and IDFC, and stocks with negative bias are Glenmark Pharma and M&M. Here are the stocks for investment that we like at this point of time, which are part of the Sharekhan research coverage. We like L&T, ICICI Bank, Tata Motor DVR, Dhanuka Agritech and Sun Pharma. These are the stocks that we think one could tell customers to buy from an investment perspective, and the detailed arguments and the rationale would be available on the Sharekhan website as well as in our research communication. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.